Good afternoon, students of class 8. Welcome to history class. We are reading chapter 5, Coming of the Europeans, Foundation of Mughal Empire, its rise and fall. Our lesson for today is section 5.5, Characteristic Features of the Mughal Empire. Mughals ruled in India for about 300 years. It is to be understood that the people of India did not reject the rule that was established by Babur, Humayun, or Akbar. Despite political clashes, there was a general acceptability of the Mughals. Now, why? The answer for this why is the chief features of Mughal rule that we are going to learn today. The first feature of Mughal rule was their secular mindset. So the Mughals had a secular mind. With the exception of Aurangzeb, the first 5 great Mughals took activities of the state professionally. That is to say that they came to rule, not to propagate religion. These rulers ruled predominantly over Hindu population, or in other words we can say that rulers were Muslim while most of the commoners were Hindu. However, unlike many other empires, the Muslim Mughals were surprisingly tolerant of other religion. In fact, it is recorded that they even allowed Hindus to hold senior positions within the civil government or military. In medieval India, religious toleration and freedom of worship marked the state under Akbar. He had a number of Hindus as his ministers. These 4 people, Birbal, Raja Man Singh, Raja Todar Mal, and Tansen, were among the 9 gems or the jewels of Akbar's court. So, Birbal was advisor and main commander of Akbar's court, whereas Raja Man Singh was Akbar's trusted general. Raja Todar Mal was his finance minister. And finally, Tansen was the prominent figure in Hindustani classical music, who too were a part of Akbar's court. Now, all of them were Hindus. So you see, he not only respected other religions, but he made place for other religious people in his court itself, which shows his generosity and kindness to every religion. Emperor Akbar even introduced a new system of religious belief called Din-e-Ilahi, which can be interpreted as the religion of God. His idea was to combine Islam and Hinduism into one faith. It was essentially an ethical system prohibiting such sins as lust, sensuality, pride, etc., and enjoying the virtues of piety, prudence, abstinence, and kindness. So you can see that Emperor Akbar and other Mughal emperors were very much tolerant of other religions, and they respected each and every religions equally and given importance to Hindu people and given the place in their court too. So this was the first feature of Mughal rule. The next is political unity of North India. Now, establishing a firm rule in Indian subcontinent for nearly 200 or 300 years, the Mughal built an empire without not only great political might but also a firm administrative setup, which provided strength for a smooth functioning. from the centralization of power to creating conducive conditions for economic and cultural growth. The Mughals looked at administrative matters with great seriousness and precision. Now, before the Mughal invasion in 1526 by Babur, the north of the subcontinent was divided into several independent Hindu and Muslim kingdoms. You already know about it. And when this Muslims or the Mughals came and they established their rule, what they did was they centralized it, they unified this kingdom, and this was a biggest achievement of Mughal rule. They not only created this political unity and established their rule, they also brought this tradition of bureaucracy. Now, what do I mean by bureaucracy? Bureaucracy here means that the emperor was the head of administration and state. He was the lawmaker as well as dispenser of justice. So, he was everything. He would make the law, he would decide what to do and what not to do, and whenever any critical situation comes in, he is the one who is going to take decision or give justice to his subjects. He was also the commander in chief and the fountainhead of all honors. He was the source of all authority. So Mughal emperors, they considered themselves as God's representative on earth. Even they claimed themselves to be shadow of God or visible God. What do I mean by that? Someone, if commoners had to visualize God, then they can see the emperor and think that he himself is the God. So this is how they created their position as an emperor. So naturally they was the head of administration and state. Now the rule of Mughal emperor was the rule of aristocracy. This implies that the nobles exercise enormous influence on the administration of the state. Another feature of Mughal rule was its art and architecture. Art and architecture attained an unprecedented height during the Mughal days. In fact, what is known as the Indian architecture is the result of combination of Hindu and Islamic elements. All the early Mughal rulers except Aurangzeb were great builders. We cannot say that Aurangzeb did not build anything, but in comparison to other emperors, he built less amount of buildings. Now, with the coming of the Mughals, Indian architecture was greatly influenced by Persian styles. The Mughals constructed excellent mosques, forts, gardens, and cities. The Mughal buildings show a uniform pattern both in structure and character. The main characteristic features of Mughal architecture are bulbous domes, the slender minarets with cupolas at the four corners, as you can see in Taj Mahal, large hall, massive vaulted gateways, and delicate ornamentation. So these are the features of Mughal architecture. So here are these things that we are talking about. These are the main features or main characteristic of Mughal architecture. The first one is bulbous domes. As you can see, this is the top portion of Taj Mahal. So this kind of dome you can find in almost all the Mughal architecture present in our country. And the next one is slender minaret with cupola at the top. So this is the structure. This you can even see in the picture of Taj Mahal, and this kind of minarets are found at the four corners of the building. And next one is vaulted gateways. These are massive gateways. As you can guess the height of this gateway with the, as you can see in the picture, the human beings are really looking very small over there. So it is a huge gateways. So these are the features of Mughal architecture. Now here are some specimen of Mughal architecture during the time of Humayun. Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan, and these are few things which these are few buildings which were built by Aurangzeb and his son. So now to summarize this thing, Mughal rule brought several changes in India. First of all, this concept of centralized government brought together many smaller kingdoms that we discussed, that before Mughals there were many small kingdoms which these Mughal rulers brought into one big kingdom of their own. They also delegated government with respect for human rights. Persian art and culture crept into India with holding the hands of Mughals. Persian language mixed with Arabic and Hindi to create Urdu. Now this period of Mughal rule was of great religious tolerance, as we can see or as we have discussed today. And they also introduced a new style of architecture. So that was all for today. You read the section 5.5 from your book, and if you find any difficulty understanding the section, you can mail at the given mail ID. Thank you.